Welcome to the Witching Hour, a midnight broadcast from deep in the swamp on the outskirts of town. This broadcast is brought to you by Crossroads Solutions Ltd. The road to instant success is actually an intersection. This broadcast, we continue our celebration of Crack History Month with the sad tale of Scooter Crack.
Scooter was the son of Sidewalk Crack, the mild-mannered dog who transformed into a feral human woman on the new moon. The identity of his father is uncertain, but after Buster and Sidewalk ran away to join a silly little circus run by a silly little man in a silly little hat, Mike Crack and his wife Annie Crack graciously took young Scooter into their home.
He had a tough go of it from the start. His two brothers, Will Crack and Oliver Crack, tormented him relentlessly, pretending to throw a tennis ball into the swamp, but secretly keeping it in their hand. He was basically a completely normal werewolf. Unfortunately, a mild-mannered accountant snapped one day and beat Scooter with a paperweight. He survived, but he was never the same after that. In the end, Scooter met his demise not at the hands of a werewolf hunter or a crazed lunatic at the bank, but a bowl of bad gumbo.
Will Crack went on to marry Alma Widget, who proudly took the name Alma Crack. Together they had 3 sons, Rusty Crack, Dusty Crack, and of course, Sandy Crack.
We've met some of these cracks on the show. Sandy works as a living augury component for anyone who wants to see the future but is too squeamish to perform a human sacrifice. He still hasn't come back to the shack to retrieve his tearaway tracksuit. I have sent several crows with missives and left dozens of messages on the orb he ponders.
Yep.
Good midnight, Mr. Crack. I still have your tracksuit here in the shack on the outskirts of town. If you would like to come by and retrieve it. Mr. Crack? Sandy? Is it possible I offended him in some way?
I've never been more insulted in my life. I'm not just some piece of meat, some exhibition, and some circus freak for you to gawk at. I'm out of here.
Nothing comes to mind. Dusty Crack is the proprietor of Crack's Snack Shack, and his son Mo Crack in the back packs stack after stack of Crack's Snack Shack Cracker Jack. Dusty also has a daughter, Lucy Crack, who recently inherited the Pritch Thumb Tattoo Parlor from her uncle, Dick Groin.
Are you a failure? Are you ugly? Socially maladjusted? Can't get it up? Are you ambitious but lacking in patience and adverse to hard work? Has the love of your life rejected you? Want to get your antique plumbing business off the ground but can't find a single investor? Trying to achieve political power but find yourself too ugly and off-putting for the cameras, too beautiful to be taken seriously, too female to be taken seriously by men of a certain age, too stupid to have access to a nuke, too boring to pay attention to, and with too many convictions for DUI and indecent exposure to be trusted at a convention or fundraiser? We can fix that for you. Simply come to a crossroads at midnight and wait. If a representative does not immediately appear, turn around. They're right behind you. State your wish and allow the demon to suck out your soul through an orifice of your choice. No paperwork. Instant results. Satisfaction guaranteed. If being bitten in the ass satisfies you, how much will this cost? 1 soul. That's all. Payment due at time of purchase. All contracts are final. All souls are non-refundable. Do not cross the keeper of the crossroads, or the keeper will cross-section you layer by layer like a thin sliced ham. Opportunity arrives at midnight. Don't be late.
Bart Crack and Harry Crack live in a houseboat on the trash and grimed canal. You may remember Bart Crack and his familiar, a tentacled chicken named Barbara. What mystical power does Barbara possess?
She is a conduit.
For what?
Things.
For the last few months, Barbara the Tentacled Chicken has been at the center of a cosmic drama playing out in the sky above Howler's Hollow. Turpentine Buttkiss described it best.
I saw this huge mouth open up in the sky. It gave a whale-like bellow that shook the mangrove trees on the edge of the swamp, and the mouths of emptiness patrolling the streets swarmed upward like a cloud of flies and fused with the hungry maw, filling it up like teeth, but every tooth was a mouth of emptiness. Next thing that appeared was even weirder. Picture a tentacled chicken. Then picture an old woman riding on the tentacled chicken's back. And that old woman is covered in what looks like gravy, oozing out of every orifice and swirling around her like some sort of cosmic soup. Above this swirling mass looms an enormous pancake-looking thing, trailing luminous tendrils that grasp a hippie-looking feller by the head like some sort of cranium puppetry. In front of all this, a massive black hole, a supermassive one. They have been at a seeming impasse for several hours now, both the black hole and the hungry maw attempting to consume each other. It kind of just looks like they're making out. It's pretty hot, actually.
We're on the scene of the singularity right now with Plucky the Naked Rooster. Plucky, how do you know Barbara?
I'm her significant something or other, and the father of her naked, tentacled chicks.
And how do you feel about what's going on here?
Very conflicted. I'm proud of her. Not everyone has the drive it takes to rise above mortal comprehension. The sheer willpower it takes to control that black hole. I routinely shit on my own legs without even noticing. Couldn't stop myself if I tried. Used to be we could laugh about that sort of thing together. Now she's really moved up in the world, from a lowly familiar to an eldritch demigoddess of terrifying power. And I know this is a tremendous opportunity for her, but on the other hand, she's abandoned our chicks.
Speaking of which, a flock of naked, tentacled little creatures have been terrorizing the residents of the trailer park for several weeks. Their activities include roosting in satellite dishes, vandalizing barbecue grills, and gathering at dawn outside the leasing office to collectively scream into the brightening sky. One has commandeered the property manager's golf cart and patrols the campground, escorted by an entire gaze of raccoons.
I want to support my lady, but it's hard when she's so high above me, like Cleopatra, Joan of Arc, or Aphrodite.
We are also joined by Bart Crack, Barbara's, how would you describe it, Bart?
I'm her somewhat significant something or other.
When you say somewhat significant, what exactly do you mean by that? Do the two of you...
No! Why do people keep on asking me that?
Morbid curiosity, Bart.
Damn it, I didn't come here to be interviewed. Barbara! Barbara! You must stop this at once!
I can't do that, Bartholomew.
Think of your children!
Go home, Bartholomew.
Barbara! Barbara!
The two cosmic forces striving in the sky simultaneously consumed each other, like two silk scarves pulled out of sight through a pinhole. The Witching Hour was written and edited by Hannah Kubiak and featured the vocal talents of Donald Kozinski. The theme music was Lullaby by Kim Lightyear. Special thanks to The Witching Hour's Patreon supporters, Justin, Patrick, and Zach. You can become a patron at patreon.com/thewitchinghour-broadcast for outtakes and other bonus content. The latest bonus content is Croak Reel 5, Live Free or Croak Hard, which contains outtakes from Meet the Cracks, Parts 1, 2, and 3. Here is a tantalizing clip of that so you'll know what you're getting into. He'll wander in, and he'll wander over to that corner because he likes to piss on my radiator.
Oh no!
And so he'll like wanders over there, just like like making my way downtown, gonna piss, and and so I like have to scoop him up before he starts doing all that stuff and bring him to the litter box.
I'm her significant something or other. I lost track of that line there. I'm sorry.
Seymour Crack and his wife, Mara Crack, had 2 sons, Jackson and Jacks Off Crack.
And I know this is a tremendous opportunity for her.
Sorry. Sounds like Squidward. Yes. I routinely shit on my clients.
And I know this is a tremendous opportunity for her, but on the other hand, she's abandoned our chicks.
Okay, now it's starting to sound like it's like Squidward and Kermit the Frog had a baby. I'm loving it. Next broadcast. Girl. Be quiet.